concerned about condemning a name that is standing. People are more concerned about condemning a famous name. But you can't just become famous if you didn't work towards that. Zion Ministry is famous today. It is because of the work that is going on there. Listen, when you come to worship God, you have to dress like someone who has come to the house of God. You don't dress up like a club goer. Because when you come in, people will look around. The eyes we've got, we use it to see things. And your dressing code can confuse people. Specifically, boys, even men who are there to listen to the word of God. And you will see, they will tend to begin to look at you. I know that this is a propaganda. I know that this is a scandal. I doubt it ever happened. Now my question for people who are saying that she shouldn't be forced out of the prayer ground. Look at that dressing code. Is this right for someone who has come in the gathering where people are seeking the face of God? Is this dressing code right to wear to such a prayer ground? This is not a club that you have attended. This is not a club that you have come to dance with your friends. If it is a club, it's a different thing. People will always say, judge not by their appearance. My dear, appearance is very important. It can condemn you. Your appearance can talk something positive, just the same way your appearance can condemn a place. Imagine if all the people come to Zion ground in this type of dressing code. It means it's no more a prayer ground. It means that it has turned to something else. And this is not what believers want to hear. If you encourage this dressing code, then get ready to encourage any type of dressing code. It doesn't matter. It's not what we are looking at. It's not what we want. When you are coming to Zion, we want you to come with good intention of praising God. We want you to look like people who are called by God. We want you to look like people who are in the right track. We want you to look like a people of God. Going to club or dancing is different. I'm a sinner. No one would say that he hasn't sinned. No one would say that she hasn't sinned. But when we are going to the house of God, we have to dress in a way it will not affect the mindset of people who are in the gathering. Imagine what will happen to Zion when every woman or lady wear pants to Zion, wear bra to Zion. Imagine what will happen in the Zion ministry. Do you think that the boys and the men there will focus to the gospel? If we are telling ourselves the truth, the answer is no. It will not affect only the boys and the men. It will affect same stereotype. It will affect your fellow women. Because one will stand and fight you there. Yes, it's the house of God, we know. There shouldn't be fighting. There shouldn't be hatred. There shouldn't be quarreling. Alright, we know all this. But ask yourself, who has dressed up in this manner, what you are going to teach the people there. I tell you this time after time, and I'm repeating it again. Some people are agents. Some people are not real. Have you dressed in this code, the man of God, while he's preaching? To take away his attention, to begin to look at you. You come to seduce the man of God. And also seduce the people who are in the environment, listening to the word of God. When you dress like this to a prayer ground, it means that you have ulterior motive. What you present to the people around is your intention is clear. Your purpose is clear. You haven't come to listen to the word of God. You have come for a different agenda, assignment to carry out. So what are we talking about? Criticism everywhere. People are talking. But have you asked yourself, did it ever happen? Was she touched? Did anyone hit her? Did anyone pull her out? Did anyone drag her out? Did anyone slap her? Social media has become a platform where people come out and talk bullshit. Social media has become a platform where people come up with fallacies, lies, false information, and they pass it on to audience who care not about. Pass it on to such audience who their own is to disown their own. Who their own is to criticize their own. Who their own is to condemn their own. Who their own is all about what can we do to make a proper and agreeable name defamation against this man of God, against that woman of God. Time has come when we have to look at the reality and accept it as a reality. Look at truth and call it truth. Time has come when we have to stand up on our feet and condemn what is evil. Call evil evil. Do not look at a white cloth and say it is black. And you look at a red cloth and they say it is yellow. Call a black, and a yellow, a yellow. It's this simple. When you have come to the house of God to worship God, please dress in a manner people will not focus on you. When you take attention of people towards you, you will mislead a lot of hearts that was already winning by the message our servant, our vessel of God is passing across. You have come to destroy images. Please stop telling me, judge not by their appearance. Appearance matters. It can deceive people. It can take people to the wrong direction. It can pull down a soul which has already been won. If you know that you are coming to a prayer ground, please dress well. Dress like someone that people will look at and they say, yes, God is going to make me look like you. God is going to change my life. God is going to do wonders with me as well. Don't come in that dressing code. Just look at it. Look at it. If you have a daughter, are you going to allow your daughter to go to a prayer ground in this dressing code? And you are there talking, shouting. Why did they push her out? And you are there shouting, making noise. Polluting the air with noise. Don't you know there is noise pollution? You are vibrating. If I were there, if you were there, what are you going to do? Are you going to kill the crowd of people there? Are you going to beat everybody there? Thank God you are not there. Because if you had come up with this sort of reaction, if you were there, people will beat you up. Despite it's the house of God. Despite it's a prayer ground, people will beat you up. So don't bring your madness to Zion ground. Don't bring your madness to Zion prayer ground. I am warning you. If you have come to seek the presence of God, if you have come to seek attention of God, come in a dressing code that God will look at you and say, my child has come. I am going to do something. I am going to bless her. I am going to bless him. So I beg each and every one of you who are carriers of false information to stop. No one beat her up. No one kicked her. If she was ever seen there at all. When you come on social media, you can see a lot of published false stories. Most of them with intention of pulling down organization. But I tell you, Zion Ground is not just organization. Zion ground is a prayer ground. Zion ground is not a church. Zion ground is where you go and they pray and be blessed. It is called Zion Prayer Movement. And this prayer movement takes a move to reach out to every soul in the world. That's where the outreach comes in. This is why you see that people open up branches. Even I am sure that most of the branches were opened before the evangelist having knowledge about it. That is how people have been moved, how people have been motivated by what God is doing in Zion. I am not saying you should not come to Zion. Come to Zion, but behave yourself. Come to Zion, and the God will vindicate you. God will arrest your case, and the God will bless you. If this is your first time coming across Kibri's Got Talent and you haven't subscribed, below this video you will see a subscribe in black background. Click on it, and when the background turns white, you know that you have subscribed. By the way, you will see subscribed as soon as you subscribe, because I know that you don't want to miss out on any information on this platform. So subscribe now so that I will update you from time to time. Listen, on this platform, I share our views, your views, what a view, and the review, what viewers like you wish to view. So we are here to tell you the gospel truth. We are here to tell you the truth, as apparent as it is. Raw truth. And you figure it out by yourself. You will come back and still comment that he has said the truth. So remain blessed as you continue to watch.